Today I am going to part 4 for the topic of Are Gender Issues Solvable? We have treated so many problems that women are facing, and this is the part 4. The fact that men made rules for communities right from the ancient times, and the fact that women's opinion was not sought, neither did they have any input. Many traditional rules are in favor of men. Women, either for fear of rocking the boat or lack of understanding, have accepted such as business as usual. The men subject the women to such traditional belief by telling them of certain traditional repercussions if such traditions are questioned. Such is the case in female circumcisions. The women are made to believe that an uncircumcised woman will not bear children, and if she does, the chances of survival of that child are small. There is no African woman that will hear this and not want to succumb to such traditional belief. Make no mistakes, it is not a general belief, but where such practice is done, the woman is made to understand that it is the culture of that community and that it will happen to the girls of that community. Women are therefore indirectly handcuffed by these traditional beliefs, and the men are the judge, the jury, and the hangman. In some traditions, when a man and a woman commit adultery, the woman is killed while the man is either beaten or left to go free. The women may not agree with such ruling, but they dare not voice an opinion. This has been happening even in ancient times. There are some roles that are exclusively for men, especially in Africa, but in other parts of the world there is some flexibility. Traditionally in Nigeria, a woman does not wear a king's crown. That is to say that she cannot be crowned. She plays the second fiddle as a queen. As a queen, she's to make the king look regal by sitting gorgeously beside him and saying nothing and having no ideas of her own. When her husband dies, if the kingship is only for her late husband's family, then she becomes the king's mother, and more respect is given to her, since it is her eldest son that will succeed his father, the late king. Kingship is given to the first son of the last king. When he dies without a male child, then his next brother or the son of his brother can be made king. In such a situation, or where the crown goes to another family when the husband dies or the king dies, the queen is not sent away from the palace, but automatically becomes the wife of the succeeding king. If she is still young, she's intimately involved with the new king, but if she's old, she is in the palace more as an elder stateswoman. Hence, she is accorded all the respect and has no intimacy with the new king. If, however, the ruling family has no male child, the kingship goes away from that family for that turn, and another family takes a turn and presents a male child to be crowned. In a situation where there is only one ruling house, then the oldest female child of the late king is made the regent for the interim. That is, on condition that there is a male child who is still too young to sit on the throne. Before this conclusion is reached, there would have been several deliberations by the kingmakers. As a matter of fact, they would have been given a governing before the option is favored. Hence, she is only put there because there is no other choice for that time. So she is a better of two evils. That is, putting a female there and not having anybody there. That is to say that she is a choice better than nothing, and that is the second fiddle. During her tenure, she is given several rules to abide with, one of which is that she must not have sex. This is because it is the belief that the ruler, who is the king and a man, is not supposed to be submissive to anybody. That means that it is accepted that a woman is seen as being totally submissive to the man during sexual acts. The king is in total control, and as a regent, she must not be under anybody's control. Hence, she is not permitted to have sex. And this is supposed to be the exclusive control domain of the man. Sex is, however, supposed to be something that two engaging partners are to be in tune with, and the pace controlled by both. As soon as a substitute is available, she is immediately relieved of her duties, and a male child is made a king even if he is younger than she is. Her wisdom is not taken into consideration for better judgment, and during her tenure, all the decisions will be made by the kingmakers, making her just a figurehead. She was put there just to fill up the space, and as soon as the male child is old enough, maybe 10 years, 12, 15 years, he is immediately made the king. Respect is not given to the female despite her age. A small boy is preferred because he's a male child. The idea that a female child cannot be crowned does not happen in Africa alone. In England, the rule was changed, and that was how Queen Elizabeth came to the throne. Now take the role of Prince Philip. Prince Philip does not have an equal say when it comes to ruling, and no African man will want to be put in a back seat behind his wife. Queen Elizabeth is the ruling monarch, and her husband is not the king. She is the authority. Her husband and the father of her children does not have an equal authority in the affairs of the nation as his wife. In a world where women not given equal rights or a fair share of the authority, they have to go an extra mile to achieve this status as compared to men or their male counterparts. When they achieve it, some will think that they used what they have to get what they wanted, meaning they used themselves. That is, they lost their dignity to achieve their status. Women have to prove their competence everywhere. When women get into power, as it is finally happening in many parts of the world, they are measured by men's yardstick. For this, they tend to get tough and make some tough decisions against their better judgment, so that they will not be looked at as being weak. If a woman feels that she had been shortchanged due to her sex, men tell her that she has to prove her worth. This drives women crazy, because everybody is judging them by the yardstick of the male counterparts. In proving herself, she is likely to step on toes. If she has male subordinates, they feel that she's unduly impossible and or arrogant. Some men even feel so intimidated that they opt to be transferred to another department or another section. Some men cannot take women as their bosses, and they see her as a mere woman and feel insulted taking instructions from her. Others derive pleasure in annoying her, thereby making the smooth running of the department more cumbersome. I will stop here today. This is the end of part 4. Women and men out there, remember, if you do not say it, women especially, if you do not say I am, nobody will say thou art. Until next Tuesday, keep listening and keep your comments coming. Thank you.